Russia launched a major barrage of missiles and drones at Ukraine.
The overnight strikes on Monday hit Kyiv and other areas, killing at least 22 people and damaging residential buildings. Ukrainian forces intercepted many incoming threats, but some ballistic missiles got through. President Zelensky highlighted gaps in air defenses as leaders prepare for an upcoming NATO summit. Benjamin Wright reporting.
An Idaho mother was charged in the deaths of her toddler twins.
Authorities accused the woman of murder after the children died following vaccinations, though details of the investigation continue to emerge. The case has drawn attention to vaccine safety debates. Kevin Sanders reporting.
Hamas has dissolved its governing body in Gaza.
The militant group announced the move on Monday as part of a broader push toward a US-brokered ceasefire agreement. It plans to transfer power to a UN-backed technocratic committee to manage civilian affairs in the territory. Officials hope the step will advance stalled peace efforts and ease humanitarian conditions amid ongoing conflict. Chris Anderson reporting.
Explosions rocked Syria's capital during a high-level visit.
Blasts hit Damascus on Monday while French President Macron met with Syrian leaders. At least 18 people were wounded, according to local authorities. The incidents come amid fragile regional dynamics following recent conflicts. Lawrence Keller reporting.
Federal agents faced a lawsuit over an immigration-related visit.
A man sued after ICE officers came to his home based on an email, claiming it violated his free speech rights. The case highlights tensions in enforcement practices and First Amendment concerns. Kyle Norris reporting.
2 commercial ships were struck in the Strait of Hormuz.
A tanker caught fire off Oman after being hit by a projectile on Monday night, according to British military reports. US officials linked the incidents to Iranian forces, with no casualties reported. The attacks have raised fresh concerns about shipping safety and energy security in the critical waterway. Gary Beck reporting.
A high-rise building in Midtown Manhattan faced partial collapse risks.
Officials evacuated the area around a construction site near Grand Central Terminal on Tuesday after structural issues emerged. Mayor Mamdani warned residents to avoid the unstable zone as engineers assessed the damage. Jessica Oakley reporting.
Prosecutors pushed for trial in the case involving Charlie Kirk's killing.
Legal proceedings advanced on Monday as officials argued the accused should face justice. The high-profile assassination case continues to unfold with new testimony. Liam White reporting.
And that's the latest news headlines with Alan Edwards.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Live. This is the Jeff Santos Show on the Revolution Radio Network. Rebuilding America together, investing, activism, and supporting the middle class. Now, here's Jeff.
Thank you, Jalen, and good afternoon, Americans, and welcome to the Jeff Santos Show. It is great to be with you on this Wednesday edition of the program, Hump Day. We are coming to you live from the South Coast here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. A beautiful day after 5 days of insanity weather, 98 degrees Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday was bad, but 75, and then 2 days of torrential rain. So we're back to normal. I'm hoping this is normal. It's a crazy weather pattern in America, but we don't believe in climate change here in this country anymore. So why not? So we just go with the flow. We don't do that around here too much. We push back, fight back, always peacefully here on the Jeff Santos Show. We have a great program for you today. We're going to be talking to Reverend Jesse Jackson's fantastic son, the congressman from Illinois, Representative Jonathan Jackson, will be with us at about 3:33 Eastern, 2:33 Central Time. Then we'll talk to our man in Milwaukee, Mr. Earl Ingram, who's live today from a camp that he goes with former Green Bay Packer defensive standout Gilbert Brown. So we'll be talking to Earl, the great voice of civic media there at Milwaukee and in Wisconsin, at 4:06 Eastern Time at 4:33. Robert Craig will join us. He moves up a bit, half an hour, because we have our good friend John Nichols with us at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. That's 4 Central. Mr. Craig, of course, is Wisconsin Citizen Action, fantastic executive director, a long time part of the Jeff Santos Show, going back to 2014. Mr. Nichols goes back even longer, to 2006. So we're bringing in the oldies, but the goodies. Play the hits, right? So we'll be talking to Craig at 4:30 Eastern, Nichols at 5, and wrapping it up on Foreign Policy Day with all the news coming out of Ankara and in Turkey. And I tell you, it's just embarrassing right now to see Trump there, talking about war in Iran. We're going to bomb them, and it's no big deal, and we're just going to try to get this. Iran's behaving badly. It's like a 3-year-old kid. It's just really embarrassing. But that's where we are. That's why there's a mission here, and it's not impossible to win the House and the Senate. Thank you very much. We'll get into that situation in Maine in a couple of minutes, too, in my commentary. And then, we'll wrap it up with Brian Garvey at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, for those of you who are new to the show, and we're always welcome new listeners, you can join us at 833-545-5333. You can visit our website, again, at thejeffsantoshow.com. You can also, of course, email me, Jeff at thejeffsantoshow.com as well. Now, one of the things it's going to be very, very critical here, and yesterday you heard from my good friend Mel Poindexter, usually on Mondays, since we're off on Monday. I want to get his perspective, and we'll hear this today from many others too. We got to come together, and we got to come together, over a progressive populist agenda that includes moving the country forward. And we don't need to annoy people with all the intricacies of the plan, but you need to know that the Democratic Party and the progressive wing of the Democratic Party is going to have to lead on this. We need to make sure health care is for everyone, not just for the 1% or those that can afford it or those get lucky enough that work for government or work for an employer that actually provides you good health care. We need it for everybody. And that should be part of any person running for governor, running for Senate, and any other position, Congress, of course. Even if you're a state house member and your state is looking at, as California has and other states, of their own single-payer health care plan. So those are all on the board, and that's just one of them. Education is big. Again, California had the situation with Governor Pat Brown, that, of course, Jerry Brown's father, that you had free university if you were in-state tuition. Residency in California, I think you established it for maybe a couple of years. That, of course, got cut off by Reagan, like cut off a lot of different things, including mental health, resources and so forth. And that's where we were led to today with this, furor in the White House. So we have to move forward in this country, and we need to do it in a way in which our leaders are there. We need to make sure that the leaders, they don't always have to be, super progressive, but if they are moderate, they have to understand where the people are going, where the younger generation, Z and millennials are going, and that's a more progressive, government-oriented direction. It's the opposite of what we have right now with the Republicans in the White House, which are basically privatize, and it destroys your synergy with the American people, because it's us against them, the 1% against everybody else. And, well, who wins in that game. So we need to have leaders that can move in that direction. All right, a couple of things on leaders. We are going to be talking to the Democratic candidate for governor, Ms. Hung. Francesca Hung will be with us on the 22nd. She's, of course, in some polls, number one. We're also going to be looking to talk to Mandela Barnes. Those things could happen in the next 2 Wednesdays. So we're hoping that we can make both of those happen. The 22nd is the date we're going to get for Ms. Hung, Francesca Hung, who's, again, in some polls, number one in Wisconsin. We're going to try to get as many candidates that are running before the August primary. And we've already talked to Ms. Royce, of course. So we should get some more confirmation by tomorrow on Mandela Barnes, if that is locked in for either next week or 2-3 weeks from now. We'll try to get the former lieutenant governor, former candidate for Senate, Mr. Mandela Barnes, as well. And all the other candidates, too. There's some really excellent candidates running in Wisconsin and who have some varied experiences. We want to bring them right here to the Jeff Santos Show across the state of Wisconsin. And, of course, online across the country, and hoping to be in a couple more markets over the next month or two as well. 833-545-5333 is the phone number to join us. And I've been watching a lot of MS now, as I normally do when the Red Sox aren't on or whatever. And by the way, congrats to them, 4 in a row. They still need a right-handed bat. I would go get Suarez from the Cincinnati Reds. He can play first, third, DH. That would be my pick. But I also want to say, because we're on in Milwaukee, and I've been wanting to say this for a long time, they know